The Indigo disc is out and it brought us new features, new characters, new plot and a lot more. Some were good, others not so much, and today I will talk about everything right with part 2 of the Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet DLC. So hey, I'm Not So Ace Trainer, and what was done well? Let's get into it. The first thing that comes to mind when thinking about what I liked the most about the DLC were the characters themselves. From Serrano being a goofball as soon as we meet him, to Drayton being the confident slacker counting a Kyurem that was very close to madness. I don't think we ever got such a nice cast of characters in any Pokemon game. In fact, the League Club letting us see interactions between all of them and develop our relationship with our friends from Paldea even more made all of this even better. I really hope that in future games we actually have a cast that comes close to this one. There was no deep mystery, no crazy lore in the Blueberry Academy Elite 4 plot, but I was super interested just because of how they all acted. But one thing that helped all of it was the terrarium. What an amazing place! Pokemon variety, exploration, super interesting cave systems that make me very excited for the future, excellent music with constant nods at Gen 5 without losing its own character, an absolute treat. It has various double battles as well as black text box trainers, the really hard ones, to keep you entertained if you wish so as well. Overall, an incredible place with 4 different and unique areas to spend your time in. And when talking about the terrarium, I have to talk about 2 other things that made it all even more interesting down there. And the first one was flying. The ability to fly, while only gained in the post-game, is something that we cannot lose in the future. In fact, the overall mobility we have in Scarlet and Violet was such an incredible boost from Legends Arceus, which was already pretty nice, that I really like the direction they're going with it. Going back to Paldea or Kitakami and using this new feature to move around makes the whole map flow so much better. I was afraid it would come out super broken, but I was surprised to see it actually works very well. The second one that I really liked and leaves me very happy because it helps the game tremendously is one that I mentioned in my video about the legendaries, and that is a good interactive multiplayer. The Union Circle was cool, but there wasn't much to do. Though now you have the BBQs and those are incredibly fun to do together. Doing them with everyone, especially when you get one of those where you have to find the Ditto blocks, is super fun and more intense than one would expect. Not to mention how much quicker they make the whole BP farming process. They are more limited than the Dynamax adventures from Sword and Shield, as there's no loop and there's a limit to the things you want and need to get with BP, but still, with the multiplayer aspect being so important lately, it is a fantastic thing that they hit the nail on the head once more. That and the BBQs should have some form of them in the future games as well. Quests are fantastic to have as optionals, and we saw that here and in Legends Arceus. And finally, there's one thing that simply cannot go unmentioned. Well, there are 2, but one of them are the battles. You know, they're super cool, hard but not too hard, enough for a challenge but not enough for frustration. Basically, not much to say about them. The one that simply cannot go unmentioned is the synchro mechanic. This will be something bigger in the future, it really will, there's no denying that. Despite this, right now, all you have is the fun within the terrarium where all you do is take down and collect, basically. But I can see this evolving into something greater. In my video about Gen 5 hints in the final trailer, I talked about how it would fit incredibly well with the Dream World, and I really wouldn't be surprised if we see it coming back as soon as in whatever Gen 5 thing we have waiting for us. For now, it's just a bit of, oh look, I'm playing as my favorite Pokemon, and honestly, I am pretty alright with that. And that is all I have for you today. Those are the things that I like the most about the Indigo disc, but I'm sure you have different ones, so what did you like the most about the Indigo disc? Let me know in the comments down below. And now, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content and also ring the bell so you know when the next video is out. You can follow me on social media and Twitch, just in there Wednesday to Friday, all the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.